Here we have a new 2025 Chevrolet Traverse. Now this one comes in the LT trim level, in the iridescent pearl tri-coat. And then we do get the jet black premium cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now as we come to the front end here, same front fascia that we got in 2024 when these finally came out. LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. Fantastic front look there. And then down here to the wheels, these are going to be 18-inch aluminum. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door lock controls. We have express down on 3 windows and then 1 touch up and down for the driver's side. Power mirror controls are there. We do get the blind spot monitors in those. Power liftgate control here. Parking brake, drive modes, hood release. We get a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC at Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Traverse today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these in your area, just click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out that info. I'll make sure your local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on a new Traverse or any new vehicle. Let's go ahead and check out the rear seat. Still a little plastic on here, but let's check it out. So very good space back here. I'm 6'3", have longer legs. Just fine back here. Sorry about the lighting. Let me see if this helps. Doesn't do much, but seat back pockets on both sides. Rear AC controls are there. We can adjust fan speed and all that. 2 USB-C charge ports, a 3-prong household plug-in. There's a look at the front from back here. And there is the third row. And again, I apologize for the lighting. It's pretty dark outside, so it's kind of not the best lighting inside this vehicle, especially with the tint on the back. And you can kind of see the difference between that back window in the front and then the window all the way in the back. You can barely see through it at all. And that's all factory. But there's the rear end. I love the tail lamp design. Love having the dual exhaust. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate. And there is the space behind the third row. Top tethers are there. Get a little additional storage there. Pull this here. That'll fold flat on both sides when the seats in the second row are up far enough. We do get USB-C charge ports on both sides as well as bottle holders in the back. And then if you want to fold the seat flat in the second row, just pull up here. Pretty easy to do. Or you can pull this up and scoot the seat forward from that third row. Manual front passenger seat in this one particularly. And then run through storage down there for a small handbag, glove compartment. And then a quick look underneath the hood here. There's that 2.5 Turbo 4. And one other thing, we do have the turn signals that are in the side mirrors. I just want to show those. So I like that there. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. I like the nice thick feel to it. There's the horn. And then a quick look at the radio over here. We do get dual zone automatic climate controls, as you can see down below here. We can adjust the fan speed and all that. 3-stage heated seats for the front. And then if you want to actually go into the climate controls, you can hit that button there. And you have a bigger picture if you so choose. Now with the audio, we do get AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto wirelessly. And then we do have the Google Maps, Google Assistant, all of that. So that gives you access to Google News and Google Podcasts if you want to use those. Alexa's available for the cameras. We do have a rear view there. And then you have that top-down view as well. And then you also have that front camera too. along with the curbside views. Now in the settings here, if you want to turn on your teen driver, rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, pretty easy to do there. And then if you want to change your units of measurement or language, go into the system settings, units are there, language is right there. Now over here, that's how you can get your headlamps on, quick shortcut there, and then all of your other controls are there. And you can also get to the lights that way. Now how you fool with your lights, if for whatever reason you don't have power on the screen, I don't know, but these tend to hold up pretty well. Down here we do have quick controls that are actual buttons, so temperature, fan speed, auto, and then the whole system on or off there. We get a USB-C, USB-A charge duo there, 12-volt wireless charging pad, bottle holders, and then storage in the middle here. And I like how they put that there to kind of lay your keys or whatever. And then you have a traditional center console cubby space right in there with the LED light. And there's a view of the back from up here. Sunglasses holder, hazards, vanity mirror, and then back to the steering wheel itself. Blinkers are here. When the low beams are on, we can toggle the high beams, flash. Intermittent wipers are there, and then you have your rear wiper here. Now for the rear fluid, pull either way there, and for the front fluid, push in there. Now for the shifter, hit the brake, pull forward for neutral, forward and down for drive, forward and up for reverse, press the button on the side for park. And then while in drive, you can activate your low mode, so you can click that button there, and you have your manual shift if you want to activate that limiter there. Now for cruise, adaptive cruise is there. You can turn that on or off, adjust the speed. Well, adjust the speed on this side, and then adjust the gap adjust on this side, and you can cancel the cruise out there. Heated steering wheel toggles here, mute button, Bluetooth button, and then we can go through our favorites here just by scrolling, or hit the audio symbol, and we can go through the sources there. Then voice recognition's here. Hit this a few times. Well, I gotta get out of here first. And you can go through those different gauge cluster views right in there. Now behind on the left side, track list or radio station presets can be toggled, and behind the steering wheel on the right side, volume up, volume down there. Push button start. Finally, key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Chevy Traverse LT out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Traverse, pretty good pull here. We get that 2.5 turbo 4, made it with the 8-speed, so pretty good driving dynamics for the most part. I actually like it better than the outgoing 9-speed that was paired with the V6s. So you do have the ability to go from tour mode to sport mode. And then you have that snow ice mode as well as the tow haul mode. But I'm gonna put it into sport and see how she gets up to speed. So no one's behind me. I'm gonna come to a stop. And here we go. So got up to speed very nicely. So I'm just gonna activate the cruise here. So with the adaptive cruise on, we don't have the full-on Super Cruise, so we don't have the lane depart or the lane centering, but we do have the lane departure that we can toggle from the screen right here. So it'll kind of keep you in the lines, but it's not meant to be used like that. It'll kind of ping me back, as you can see. But ride quality, very good on these 18-inch wheels. You have the thicker rubber as opposed to the optional wheels that you can get on the High Country or the RS. And the sound acoustics in here are pretty good as well. And these are just easy to drive. I love the pull that you get from the turbocharged 4-cylinder, but the other good thing is you're also getting the best of both worlds. So you have a pretty powerful engine because it does have the turbocharger, but you're able to get 20 miles per gallon city, 27 highway when you baby it. Now these new SUVs are definitely not cheap, but I do think you get quite a bit for the money here. I like the new powertrain. I like the new radio, obviously, just beautiful look there. You get the wireless charging pad, the heated seats. And then on top of that, you get a very nice looking vehicle. The new Traverses, I said this, I just reviewed an Acadia, and as much as I love the new look on the Acadias, the new Traverses just look so menacing in a subtle way. So they stick out, you're like, oh, what is that? That's nice. But it still doesn't necessarily look like a sports car. It's not as sporty looking as the Blazer, in my opinion, where that's kind of what you want. But this is just kind of an under the radar non-minivan, if you will. Now this one offered here at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro does come with a lifetime powertrain warranty. So if you're worried about the engine, you're worried about the transmission, you're worried the turbocharger will go out or something like that, this dealership actually has this warranty in place to kind of put people at ease with these new powertrains. And what that says is if they're willing to pay for it if it breaks, they probably don't expect for it to break. So it's just something that's kind of nice to have for that extra peace of mind. And I do want to give one more thank you to them. Again, Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you're looking for a Chevrolet Buick GMC product as well as Cadillac, you can hit them up. But if you're looking to get the best price on something closer to you in your area, just click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out the information, and then I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But overall, I do think for the money, the LT is the way to go because you still get the power lift gate, you still get the system here. You don't have a Bose sound system or cooled seats or a sunroof or leather, but the cloth is pretty nice in this as opposed to getting the leatherette if you go a step up, or the Evo Tex, I think is what they call it. But it's a nice vehicle, and for those of you that are like, I'll never get an SUV with the 4-cylinder in it, just drive one of these, you'll be impressed. It feels much quicker than the V6. Now, it's not as much of a deep tone from the engine and the exhaust and all of that, but still, you get used to it. And I just love hearing the turbo. But yeah, I mean, good car for the money. And if you're just trying to save where you can, you don't need leather, you don't need cool seats, you don't need a sunroof, a heads-up display and all that. This is the way to go because you still get the great looks of the Traverse without paying the extra 15 to 20 grand depending on what trim you get if you go up a little higher. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevrolet Traverse in the LT trim level.